everyone, thank you for tuning in to Bored at Work. Today we're going to be playing Smash Up. In this game, the players play as fantasy and sci-fi races, such as zombies, aliens, ninjas, and numerous others, as they compete for global domination. You send your minions to various bases in an attempt to accumulate enough power to cause them to break, which causes them to yield these points, with the goal of accumulating 15 to win. Here's how it works. There are 3 different card types in Smash Up: bases, minions, and actions. Bases have a breakpoint in the upper left-hand corner, which is the threshold of power that needs to be reached for the base to break. They also have 3 point values along the bottom, which correspond to the most power, the second most power, and the third most power present at the base when the base breaks. Minions have a power value in the upper left-hand corner, which denotes how much power they contribute to a base breaking when they are located on the base. They also have rules text at the bottom, which outlines various special abilities and powers that the minion has. The third card type, actions, represent various ways that each faction can mess with the game rules, interfere or interact with the other players, or give themselves bonuses. To begin the game, each player selects 2 factions. In this case, I've selected dinosaurs and robots, and smashes them up by shuffling them together. This will be the deck that you use for the remainder of the game. Then you reveal bases from the base deck corresponding to the number of players plus 1. So for example, if we were playing a 2-player game, I would flip over 3 bases. So 1, 2, 3. Next, whoever is going first would draw 5 cards. If you ever draw a hand that does not contain a minion, you can mulligan that hand and draw 5 new cards. In this case, I do have minions in my hand, so this is a hand that I will keep. You can play 1 minion and 1 action a turn. You don't have to play a minion, you don't have to play an action, but you're allowed 1 of each per turn. So in this case, I would begin the turn by playing Hoverbot on the Ninja Dojo. Hoverbot has a special ability. It says, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a minion, you may play it as an extra minion. Otherwise, return it to the top of your deck. So I will reveal the top card of my deck. It is not a minion. It's an action, tooth and claw, and guns. So I will return it to the top of my deck, and it will not be played. I am still allowed 1 action this turn, but the only one I have in my hand is not one that would give me any particular advantage, so I will not play that action. The next step in the turn is where we would look at the power of all of the minions, both mine and any of my opponents, present at a base to see if it reaches the breakpoint. Since this is the first turn, we're nowhere close, but if it had reached the breakpoint, we would score the base accordingly and reveal a new base. Since this is the first minion played and it's nowhere near the breakpoint, I would end my turn by drawing 2 cards, making sure that I have no more than 10 cards in my hand, in which case I would discard down to 10, and then I would pass the turn to the person on my left. Here's how you score a base when it reaches its breakpoint. My opponent has his Collector, Pirate King, and Supreme Overlord present at the homeworld, giving him a total power of 12. I have a Hoverbot and Armored Stego, giving me a power of 6. 12 plus 6 is 18, which is the current power present at the homeworld. On my turn, I play King Rex at the homeworld, who contributes a power of 7. This gives me a total power of 13 to my opponent's 12. Added together, they reach 25, which is beyond the breakpoint at the homeworld of 23. The breakpoint is reached, and the base breaks. Since I have more power than my opponent with 13 to his 12, I'm in first place and would score 4 points. My opponent is the runner-up and would score 2 points. Since no one else is present, no one scores 1 point. All of our minions are discarded. The base is also discarded, and a new base is revealed from the base deck, and play resumes. Here are a few of the different types of actions that you can play. Some actions have an effect that happens once, such as augmentation, which says 1 minion gains +4 power until the end of your turn. I could play augmentation on my laser tops, taking his power from 4 to 8 until the end of this turn. Some actions are ongoing. This means that when you play them, they have an effect that continues after you play the card. For example, Pay the Piper from the Tricksters says play on a base. So I could play it on this homeworld. Its ongoing effect says after another player plays a minion here, that player discards a card. That means that this card stays on this base until something destroys it or in some way gets rid of it, and each time that an opponent of mine or opponent of whoever played this card would play a minion, they also have to discard a card. The last type of action is a special. This means that you can play it as a reaction to something going on in the game. For example, Hidden Ninja says special. Before a base scores, play a minion there. If I had this card in my hand, and this homeworld was about to score, I could play Hidden Ninja as a special, and then place one of my minions at the base, hopefully allowing me to cash in on some of these points. And that is how you play Smash Up. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to subscribe to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/5colormedia. Follow us on Twitter at 5colormedia, and find Smash Up at a local game store near you. You can tune in every Thursday here at 11 a.m. Central Time for Bored at Work. Thanks for watching.